We did. Well, I thought their guards really gave us trouble in the first half. We just, I know Wright scored all the points, but it was because we were just getting beat off the dribble by their guards. And we knew that they're good. Their guards are good, and so we couldn't press them. And in the second half, we just we had to back it off and kind of use our size. And I thought starting the second half with good stops, playing bigger, created the separation, and then once we had pretty good separation, I thought then our depth was a factor. But first half they were very good. They were very good.
Jay, Big 5 games like tradition and pulled up these nail biters down to the wire. Can you explain this stretch here you guys are in right now?
No, not really. I mean, you don't expect this. Sometimes our guys not being as familiar with all this history is a good thing. Sometimes, usually it bites us in the butt. But I just think our guys look at Salle as a team that went to the Sweet 16 last year and is a really good team, and that's their next game. Thank God. As much as I try to explain to them what a Big 5 game is like, and same with St. Joe. I think they look at it like, we're going to a tough environment. It's a really good team. I think it was last year we were lucky to beat them. The year before we got hammered there. I'm sure James Bell tells them that. So sometimes it works on our advantage. I think that's what's happening right now with this group.
Jake, can you talk about what it means for you guys to get a win like this, where James and Javon just 10 points between the two of them?
One of the things I really like about our team at this point, and it's still early, is that we know what James, Javon, Darrun, Arch, we know what they can do. And these guys, Josh, Chris Jenkins, Dylan, are really starting to give us good minutes. If you do it one game or two, it's one thing. But when you do it consistently, you really start to develop some depth. And I think we're most excited about that with this team.
What about the second halves of your last three Big 5 games? In the second half, you guys really owned them.
Yeah, I think it's that point, Mike, that James Bell played 7 minutes in the first half. He comes out in the second half to start the second half. He is fresh. He makes like 3 steals. I don't know if he got credit for the steal, but there was a play where early in the second half, Daniel and Chafu got caught on Garland up top. James Bell went and doubled him, knocked the ball away. I think our depth is really, it's productive depth too. I thought in the first half, it was close, and then Chris and Dylan, Tony, and Josh came in, and we made a run. It's productive depth. It's really nice to have.
What about the pressure with all the guards you have? Everybody talks about what kind of mismatches can people cause for you, but you can cause a lot of mismatches.
We've been used to playing someone that's smaller and quicker than us. We were struggling with that, and I think it took a half. And they were smart. They were just getting the right mismatch and then just going one-on-one. Which was smart, and then we were getting beat. And I thought in the second half we kind of got used to, almost like, going against a pitcher that's throwing 100 miles an hour. Your second, your third at bat, you get used to. I think that's what happened. Second half, we just kind of got used to their speed and quickness.
You talked about having trouble with their guards, but defensively, you never let their guards kind of get into an offensive rhythm, scoring from the scoring standpoint.
But that's what I was saying to her. That's why Jarrell was scoring so much, because they were beating us, and then we were having to leave Jarrell Wright. He scored on Archie Diacono a couple of times because we got caught in rotations because the guards were beating us, and that's how he was scoring. It wasn't like he wasn't scoring. He scored once on Daniel Chafu. He had 18, right, first half. He scored once on the Chafu. Our guards got beat, and Chafu had to go help, or Javon had to go help. Then we got caught in a mismatch. They're good at that. They're really smart about that. Like if they beat you and then they find the mismatch, that's what they were doing.
Darrun, going in, you're 3-0 in the Big 5. You have an opportunity to win it. You have to wait a while for that to happen. But what would that mean to the team to take the city title?
I think that it'll be a great accomplishment for our team. I mean, me personally, I didn't really take too much notice into the Big 5. I didn't even know what it is until I came in here as a freshman. But think it would be a good accomplishment for the team, also our fans, and the whole city that supports us. So I mean, I think that'd be great for the fans and for the city of Philadelphia.
Darrun, any keys to you getting in rhythm pretty much early today?
Play hard. That's basically it. I was just trying to play hard, play defense, execute for my teammates, for my brothers. I didn't try to do anything spectacular. I was just trying to be solid and whatever Salle gave me and whatever my teammates set me up with, I just tried to deliver.
Aaron, can you explain this run you guys are on right now? These 3 city series games? Because it just seems like everything is clicking.
I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess. We still got a lot of work to do. I mean, I feel like, and I know my teammates feel like we got a whole lot of work to do. We got a lot of room to get better, and we don't want to settle. We want to stay humble and hungry, and we're gonna be 10-0, I guess. We got a whole lot of work to do.
Josh, when James picked up his second foul, you seem to really come in and give the team the spark. Is that your kind of mindset when you're coming off the bench? Is to be a guy that can be?
Yeah, definitely. That's one thing Coach Wright always told me. He always relies on my energy. So, James caught 2 fouls trying to recover for, not coming up, someone not stepping up on the blitz, not being a help. So I knew, once he went down, all I had to do was go out there, play as hard as I could, and just get the team a spark.
Josh, you ever had a role like this in your career before, or were you always a starter every role?
I was always kind of a starter. That's one thing coming into college basketball. One thing for a freshman, one of the biggest challenges. But when you have this group of guys and the coaching staff, everyone's behind you, everyone's pulling for you. So it just makes you kind of free. And then when even though you're coming off the bench, you feel comfortable, just like you're a starter.
Do you feel that this team? They don't sound like an unbeaten 10th ranked team. They sound like very like we're just at the start of the journey, and it doesn't seem like it gets to them at all.
Yeah, they're mature. They are, and I think it comes. It's a unique group in that James, you got Chanel, Bell, Pinkston, and you got Ben there, but freshmen can come in anyway. The 3 freshmen, Darrun Reynolds included, they just come in real mature, and I think if you had 3 young kind of babies in there, that you're always having to keep an eye on. And these 3 come in so mature, high basketball IQ. I think they have really allowed us to move quickly as a team, in terms of everything we do, because they pick things up so quick. I just think it's a real good chemistry. They understand, and you guys know it. I mean, you guys have seen it more than any of them. It's early, it's early, and we haven't played a conference game yet, so they do understand it. I think they feel good about where they are, but they do understand it's still very early.
Is that a testament to them, or the leadership they're receiving from the upper class?
Yeah,
or combo?
I think it's a really unique combo. I do. If I thought that Josh would be smart handling this, I probably wouldn't have him talking. But James Bell and Tony and those guys, and they do a great job of leading. But as I said, these guys came in very, very mature. It's unusual, and I think that helps them be effective more than their talent. Because a lot of times you come in as a freshman, you're real talented, but you're just goofy. You're just a freshman. You don't want you to know it. These guys are not like that. And Darrun Reynolds doesn't play as much, but he's not like that either. He's really mature.
Does it help that, recently you've been through years where you were 10-0 and didn't turn out good, but then you've been 10-0 and it did turn out. You've seen both sides of it.
Yep, definitely. Besides just being wisdom, we'll call that, Mike. It's true. We all know you guys.
You're the longest tenured.
You guys, yeah. No, you guys have been with us. You can start this way, and if you don't keep getting better, you can slip. And when you slip, you can't necessarily get it back. And you can start this way and keep getting better and better, and you can do some great things. So, it's a journey, and we've got to. I was really impressed, and I'm sure LaSalle had to do the same thing, and they played a very good game. You start finals, and you got a weekend, all that stuff to a college kid is distracting. They did a really good job. We had guys yesterday taking finals before practice, coming late, after practice, leaving early, and they really, really prepared well. I was very impressed.
Josh, a lot of the students said that this streak is something that they haven't seen before, like the freshman, sophomore, the underclassmen students, that it's really changed the way that they've looked at their experience at Villanova. How has it really helped you adjust to Villanova in your freshman season?
Just, everybody's so supportive of us, so it just kind of helps our transition, makes us a lot more comfortable, not just with basketball, but with academics, and our social life. So just having that, the support and that tight-knit community just really, makes you more comfortable coming in and not having all the nerves of, am I going to make new friends or any of that.
Jay, how important is it that you can kind of trust all these guys in your team? And you played 13 guys today for one structure or another. How important is it that you can just say, I'm going to throw this guy out there?
I think it speaks to the maturity of these guys. You got a guy like Tony Chenault, who's a senior and plays 13 minutes. And just a couple nights ago, he started. And they just handle it great. It's maturity. It's not easy to do, man. It's not something that's really exciting to talk about. But when you have that maturity, you get, then the freshmen come in and they watch. Well, he's a senior. He's playing 13 minutes, busts his butt every day. He's ready to go every time coach asks him. I guess that's what we do here. They don't know anything else. It's great for a coaching staff. Our staff loves coaching these guys.
Do you even have to worry about keeping them focused, when you have top 10 rankings and big wins, behind them?
You definitely were. I was really concerned about this game, just because I felt the Sal's game against Stony Brook in the Garden, I thought they were really starting to get it. They're starting to come together. You can see it in the first half. And then, we were all over, coming off top 10, week off, finals, all this. So I was concerned, but they just handled it. That's why I was really impressed about the way they handled it.
Jay, LaSalle's having trouble from three, not just today.
We know the feeling.
Yeah. Just looking at what's going on with that, can you put your finger on it?
I just think they're finding their way to play without Callaway. He was such a big part of what they did, and I see it coming. That's why I was really, as a staff, we were really concerned about this. The guys are looking at 5 and 4, and we're looking at that last game against Stony Brook where they're down 11.5, never panicked, just kept grinding. We're like, all right, they're starting to get it. And the way they played in the first half, that's what they really did great last year is if they beat the first guy and someone helps, they don't take that shot. They reverse the ball until they find the mismatch. And that's what they were doing to us in the first half. And that's why in the second half we tried not to get beat as much to create those mismatches. I think they're starting to find their stride. It happened to us, I remember when I was an assistant here in 87, 88, we went to the Final 8 and we lost one player, Mark Plansky, who was really a great player, and we just, we struggled finding our rhythm, but I think they're finding it.
Anything else? Thanks for
Thank you.